Hello everyone and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James and I am prepping for the Chicago Open tonight. So 1 week from today I start my competition. I've been training for the last 2 months. This is going to be intense. So I got 1 week. This is T-minus 7 days. I got to be on my game for the Chicago Open. This is no joking around. Those of you who don't know, I'm a chess player. I do that for a living. I'm a chess instructor, IRL. We do philosophy here, and we do guided meditations, which are always going to be the primary focus of this channel because I believe guided meditation is beneficial for people, and I think it's a great skill to pick up. Anyways, that's what's going on. How's everyone doing tonight? Let's see. We got Ignorant here. Hey, man, good to see you. What's new with you, man? How's everything going with you? It's always good to have a trusty mod here. Today was a good day for me. I taught my last chess day at a school, and they had their final round of the tournament. The guy going in with the most points did not win. There was a big upset, and a student much younger than him beat him, and then a different student actually ended up getting first place. So it was quite the drama today. It was pretty exciting. And then let's see, what else? There was another kid who was very upset because he didn't get the keychain he wanted. So that happens. I have these chess piece keychains that I give out for students if they have good behavior. And then I got to go to Inspiritus Alchemy tonight, which is awesome. Inspiritus Alchemy is by day, it's a holistic beauty salon, and by night, they do guided meditations. And tonight was a Shabbat ceremony, and I got to participate in that, and it was great, and it was real peaceful and real chilled. And my friend Gina owns the place. It was good. So yeah, things are going all right. All right. So we're gonna hop into chess, and we'll see how things go from there. I hope everyone is having a really good day, though. Today's what? What does it say? Today's Friday, right? It's Friday. It's the beginning of your weekend. I hope everyone's enjoying your weekend, right? Is everyone enjoying your weekend? I really hope so. All right, so let's check this out. Let's see where we're at here and get this all set up. Bam, 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 and let's see. Here we go. Now I get to wrestle with. OBS for a little bit, which is fun. All right, this is my workaround. Pretty professional. This is my professional workaround, right? I got to do this a few times, and then eventually it kicks in and starts doing what I want it to do. The question is, how long? All right. How long will it take? Here we go. Got it. Okay, bam. We got it. All right, there we go. Everyone should now be able to see the screen. You should all be able to see the chess screen. I'm going to be playing anonymous chess on Lichess. I don't want to leak any opening prep for anyone who's out there scouting me. People scout the big dogs. I don't want to give away all my opening prep. Oh, I should switch to the chess category because we're doing chess, so it's appropriate for me to be in the chess category. We'll do some chess first, and then we'll do a guided meditation, maybe some philosophy talk. Who knows? Maybe some Grimm's fairy tales, maybe some chakra balancing. We do all sorts of stuff here. It's a wild and crazy time here. Okay, so we got all that. All that's good. We're going to head back over to chess, and we're going to start it up. So I'm playing anonymously on Lichess. So this guy could be a grandmaster. This is the Sicilian defense, right? I play the hyper-accelerated dragon variation, depending on what he does. If he does the Maroxy bind, I might do something. Okay, this is off book what he's doing. That's not what you're supposed to do early in the game. Okay, this is basically I'm treating this as like a closed Sicilian, because when the pawn comes here, it's a closed variation of the Sicilian. If the pawn comes out, it's open because these pawns get traded off. So that's the idea behind that. Let's see what this guy does. Let's see what his master plan is. What is his master plan? You never know. You never know what someone's master plan is. All right, let's see. What's he going to do? He's thinking. He's in the think tank. What's he going to do? This knight, okay, so he's bringing out his bishop. He's eyeing this square right here. Notice I only have one defender of c7. So he's thinking, oh, if I could get my knight down here, then I could jump on in here and really create some havoc, forking the king and the rook, right? But if he ever hops his knight here, all you have to do is simply play d6. Now, I like with the hyper-accelerated dragon variation, though, you want to play d5 as a thing. So I got to do a little bit of calculation here. Let's see. Hold on, though. If he does this... I have check, forking the king and the king and the knight, right? But then he could defend it all like this, and this threat's still on. And then I'd have to play something ugly like this. But or I could just take the pawn, right? Maybe just fucking take the pawn. I'm on the knight. I'm on the rook, right? Oh God, dude. If I'm going to be playing like this, if I'm going to be playing like this in the Chicago Open, it's not going to be pretty. Let me tell you, it is not going to be pretty if I'm going to be playing this bad. Okay, all right, free knight. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now notice I lost control of this diagonal though, which is the one thing that kind of sucks. But it's okay. I got a free knight. If you're gonna get a free knight, you want to take that piece. You don't want to mess around. You know, take the free piece. That's good advice. It's very good advice. All right. So now he's bringing out his queen. Okay, I'm gonna throw. I don't want to do that. Let's just get my knight developed. Get my knight developed. This is a good healthy square for my knight. This is where it wants to be. Notice if this... Okay, so he's trying this kind of nonsense, whatever. That doesn't do anything. Let's just do this. If he takes, I'm cool with having a fucked up pawn structure here because I'm up material. And when you're up material, trades benefit you. All right. Okay, so we have this. Yeah, this knight's not good. How do I want to play this? Let me throw... I really want to get this break in. This is the break that I've been wanting to get in, and this is the whole point of this opening, so I'm going to get the break in. All right, got the break in. He takes, and then I could actually recapture with the knight, which is kind of interesting in this particular instance. So it's either the knight or the queen. Which piece is better? I think the queen is more active. Ah, the queen's going to be a more active piece to capture with, so I'm gonna go with the queen. The reason I like capturing with the queen is notice if this bishop ever comes out now, my queen will be able to come in and hitting g2, and I'll be attacking the rook and the knight, right? So I'm indirectly controlling this bishop, right? Okay, so he's coming in here. That is not a good move. Notice when he brought his knight here, his queen is no longer protecting the bishop, right? So I can just simply run over here, win another piece. This guy is obviously not a grandmaster. I hope you can all see that. This guy is definitely not a grandmaster. But it's a good warm-up game, so that's good. All right, I'm ready. I want to come here, attack the queen, but he's got this idea right here. And then I guess my bishop would back up to a5. There's that. What else do I got? Notice this knight is pinned to the queen. That's another interesting thing. All right. So he's going at my queen. He's going at my queen. He's like, I don't want your queen there anymore. Move your queen. So I got to find a home for my queen. I'm just debating between these squares of these. This hits with check. It looks pretty nice. I'm going to do it. Hitting with check. He might block with the bishop, which is fine. Okay, because now this pawn's already committed to coming out here. So this structure is going to be weakened if he castles this way. Okay, so the bishop is now pinned. And now you want to attack the pinned piece. So how can I attack the pinned piece? Bam! I now have a couple attackers. This is called an absolute pin because this bishop is pinned to the king. It cannot move because by doing so, it puts the king in check. So this is a very strong idea right here on my part, right? This guy's he's got to basically just accept the fact that some pieces are going to get traded off. All right, what else is this guy going to do now? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? I also could bring out my bishop here, but then I'll just push the pawn. I wanted to get a third attacker because you want to pile up attackers on a pin piece. That's a main goal. That's one of the main ideas in chess. They say pile up attackers on pin pieces. So that's something that I'm doing. All right, this is very odd, very unconventional. I don't know what his deal is. I'm just gonna grab the rook. I'm not messing around. I'm not going to waste any time. Bishops are 3 points. Oops, bishops are 3 points. Rooks are 5 points. It was a good trade. And now I'm just going to... I could take, but I could take it anytime, so I don't want to take right now. So instead, let's see. What's the best route to victory here? What is the best route? I could just castle and play it slow, but that's kind of boring. I have this kind of idea. No, that's not that great. We're just going to keep it real simple. Here, take. Yeah, we're just gonna now no, I don't want to throw this in yet. Check. Well, hold on. So technically, yeah, this is fine. Check. Throwing this check in right here first. All right. He responded correctly. Let's take the queen. And now I just fucking maul him. All right. We'll just do this castling idea right here. Rook's alive. I'm way up material. Just take. Yeah. So now it's just cleaning up. And yeah, in situations like this, you just mop up. You mop up the pieces, right? That's all you got to do. Hey, Makawaka's here. Good to see you, friend. How you doing, man? How's everything going with you? I hope everything's going well with you, friend. Hope all is well. We're just playing a little chess, and then we're going to do guided meditation. All right, so we got the rook out. I'm going to defend. Notice he's attacking this undefended pawn. I'm going to bring out my bishop. So my bishop is defending the pawn, and I have a very nice structure here with this bishop and the pawn. Right, he's not going to be able to break through that very easily, because each piece supports one another. The pawn supports the bishop, and the bishop supports the bishop supports the pawn. Makawaka is a streamer on Twitch. Check him out. He does travel streams. Okay, so the guy resigned. How are you doing today, Makawaka? How's everything going with you? I hope you're having a good day. I hope life is bringing you abundance. Yeah. So yeah, that's the first game. That's the first game we've played. Okay, let's do another. How is everyone doing? The chat is quiet today. Oh, Noger. Hey, good to see you, man. Noger is a streamer on Twitch. He's from NYC. He's representing the New York crew, man. Good to see you, Noger. Noger is a good dude. He's a philosophy streamer. He does something that no one else. He started doing something no one else is doing. He was streaming. He streams philosophy. He reads philosophy journal articles. It's pretty badass in my opinion what he does, because we're both philosophers. So yeah, check him out. Drop him a follow. What are you at, man? You got to be up in like the 440s, 450s, 460s. How many have you read online? You say I've made all your opponents in this tournament fall this easily, dude. If all my opponents fall this easily, it's going to be a short. I mean, it's still got to be three. It's got to be a 3-day tournament. It's got to be a 3-day tournament anyway. But like, yeah, I'll make short work of them. I guess I should say 440s. Dude, nice, man. Nice. That's intense. One day you're going to have read 1,000 journal articles on Twitch. And no one's ever going to beat that. I think you're going to set a record that might never be broken, like in the history of existence. most philosophical journal articles read on Twitch. And you know what? Maybe meditations. Maybe I will have read more meditations than anyone in the world. Who knows? But how you doing, Say Noger? I hope all is well with you, man. I'm just doing some games, and then I'm gonna do a meditation. I have 1 week till the Chicago Open starts, man. It's getting intense. You say, hell, I doubt anyone else gets near. Dude, I know no one's gonna get anywhere near 200. I doubt anyone gets near 100. I mean, that takes a lot of fucking work, a lot of dedication. You are a tenacious son of a bitch, man. You know your shit, dude, and you do it, man. You do it. All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this madness. Let's see if I get a stronger opponent here. That guy was not exactly Magnus Carlsen. Even though Magnus Carlsen is no longer the world champion, he was not exactly Magnus Carlsen. He's still the best, by the way. He's not world champion by force. He decided not to defend his title. All right, I'm gonna pre-move. So this guy's doing some weirdness over here. All right, that's fine. He wants to do a little bit weirdness, but notice I have a pawn in his territory. These 4 ranks are his territory. He's making a lot of pawn moves. This guy's really making a lot of pawn moves. It kind of makes me want to make pawn moves though too. So I could play a4 and just stop all his pawn madness, because he wants to get this pushing. So I'm just like, no, I'm going to stop you from getting your pushing. I'm preventing him from doing his plan. In chess, a lot of times you want to prevent your opponent from doing your plan. You said when you started streaming during the pandemic, you read 4 papers a day, 2 in the morning and 2 at night. I didn't know you did 2 streams a day, man, at the beginning. That's intense, dude. Well, I guess because you had time, because it was the pandemic. Yeah, that's intense, dude. You were doing 2 streams a day, dude. Dude, that's no joke, dude. That's no joke. All right, here we go. I'm pinning the knight to the queen. He just breaks the pin this way. Now I could throw this check in here, but that would be losing because then he just does this, and then both these pieces are being hit. So we're simply just gonna, let's see. Let's just come back here. We'll come back here. All right. Oh, so he's going after this guy, right? He's going after this guy. He wants to go after my bishop. That's his plan. So I could bring my queen over, pinning the knight to the king. That's one idea. Or I could just retreat my bishop. So what do I do here? What do I want to do? What do I want to accomplish from this opening? Let's see. Queen over, followed by this break. I like this idea. Yeah, let's go with this. So I want to get this pawn push in, and then get this break in eventually. But maybe this wasn't so great of a plan. I don't know. Yet to be determined. It has yet to be determined. This knight can't move though, because it's pinned to the king. Hey, Tindereos, man, good to see you. Well, no, 7 days. 7 days to go. 1 week. It starts on 1 week from today, man. 1 week from today. May 26th, is it? I think, yeah, May 26th. It's the 19th where I'm at right now. Let's see. So I'm pinning the knight. Yeah, I'm Tindereos. How you doing tonight, man? How's everything going with you? I hope everything's going well. Hope your existence is filled with abundance. So I want to get this pawn push in. I'm going to sack a pawn right here. So he can take if he wants. Okay. So now, yeah, so much for the pawn sack, right? All right, I'm going to get a pawn firmly rooted in his territory. Ooh, this is actually kind of messy now all of a sudden. I go here. He jumps here, hitting the queen. And you know what? I like this. I like this idea. It's going to be a little awkward, but I think I can work around it. He might just take my bishop too. He might just take my darks. No, he's going for this. Yeah. All right, so now the question is, where do I want my queen? Where do I want my queen? Here or here? What looks better? I mean, this has the advantage of being in line with the king, but I don't have a good attack coming anytime soon, so we're gonna retreat here for now, give myself a little more flexibility. Now I'm gonna be going after this knight. That's my plan. He's not gonna be able to get a second defender on this knight very easily. Tindereos, let's see, you said, yeah, you missed that? Oh yeah, well, you missed Noger streaming twice a day. Yeah, Noger, you said you used to email the authors, and one asked you how long you'd been up to it since you had like 50 something videos. Your answer was 2 weeks ago Wednesday. That's madness, man. I can't believe you were that hardcore with that. Tindereos, you say you were reading books like a madman during the pandemic. I was doing a lot of reading too. Oh, Noger, you'll appreciate this. And Tindereos, guess what I'm rereading? Kant's Prolegomena to any future metaphysics. If you're going to read his critique, I highly recommend you read his Prolegomena first. Have either of you guys read that? I know there's some bad talk about Kant in these circles with you and Aristotle, but all right, let's see. Where are we at here? I'm playing chess. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing here. All right, I gotta actually do this and not botch everything and lose it all. All right, let's see. Let's do this. I'm challenging the knight. He'll probably just take, and then I'll just take. That's fine. I don't really have a plan because I'm talking and I'm down on time now. Noger, you haven't read Kant since school. That's intense, man. That's intense. His Prolegomena is pretty badass, as far as I'm concerned. I like his Prolegomena. All right, so basically, I'm thinking of just maybe pushing out here and just going all in on the king side. The only problem with that is I do have a spatial advantage, and my king is going to be a little weak if I go that way. Yeah, this is rough. This is getting rough. Let's see, what's a good way to make progress? It's a good way to make progress. Yeah, he's looking at jumping in here. I'm just going to clamp down. But then he pushes. I come here, he pushes. Yeah. You know what? It's too dangerous to go this route, I think. But I'm gonna go with this. I like this idea anyway. Even though his knight's gonna be so he's gonna push, and then I'm gonna take, and then he's gonna take. His knight's gonna be on the pawn, right? But my bishop's a good defender. Oh, he's going with that idea. Now here on I can show you guys en passant. How many of you know what en passant is? I hope all you chess players know what en passant is. All right, so he pushed the pawn 2 squares. Now typically I can't take it, right? Because his pawn's here. But in this instance, I'm going to take it. I can take en passant. En passant is French for in passing, by the way. That's what it means. Those of you who took French, you should know that. All right. All right, this is dangerous territory. I'm castling. Fuck it. Because look, he's got some pieces that are ready to come alive. This bishop's going to come out, maybe come over here. The knight's looking to hop in. My rook is a good defender, but all right. So, okay, now I love that he did that because that opens up this square. Whenever your opponent makes a move, always look at the space left behind. So his pawn was here. It was preventing my knight from hopping in here, but now I can jump in. Look at this. Bam, right here. Beautiful. My knight has a great outpost, and the only way for him to challenge it, the only good way would be to bring his bishop here. All right. So and now I get a fork. Do you guys see the fork? The winning idea. Bam. Hitting the rook, hitting the queen. One of these pieces is going to fall. He's going to move his queen because he doesn't want to lose his queen. So he's going to move his queen somewhere. And now I take the rook, which is a 5-point piece. He takes the knight, which is a 3-point piece. And now I simply go after this isolated pawn right here. We just add pressure on this pawn. Let's see, I could do it in one swoop with this idea. Then he just brings out his knight back and defends. So I can do it this way. This is the way forward. So this is kind of cool. All right. Let's see, because he can't take. Maybe not. Here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this idea. Now, he can't take because his pawn is pinned to his knight, right? So if I push out, he brings his knight over, though. Then I take, and then he takes. And then his queen is defending the knight. This is getting too complicated. I feel like I'm making this too complicated. All right, this should be less complicated. Let's just double up rooks. Fuck. Yeah, why not? Double up rooks. This bishop is dead, by the way. Look at this. It's just eyeing two stupid pawns like that. He can't do anything with that bishop. It's a stupid bishop. Let's see, Tindarios, you say you're on. Oh, you're reading Russell, man. Bertrand Russell. All right. Russell is one of the kings. He's one of the 20th century analytic kings. Yeah, he's a good one to read. Are you reading On Denoting? What are you reading of his? He wrote On Denoting, right? That was like one of his big ones. All right. The big fuckers. What am I even talking about now? All right. Here we go. I got to pay attention to this game is what I got to do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Russell was like the On Denoting dude. All right. Here we go. So, yeah, the knight's defending. He's got 2 pieces attacking. We're just going to do this. Now, notice if he takes, I'm going to win the bishop. Simple as that. Otherwise, I have 1, 2, 3 pieces attacking the pawn, and he's only got 1, 2 defenders. So he's in trouble. Let's see. Tindarios, you say you love Kant, but sometimes it's too much, and listening to Debussy instead. Yeah, you do know. Yes. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let's go back to the game. It's tough to multitask with chess sometimes. All right, we're just gonna take it. We're taking. Now he could take. Let's see if he does. I'm willing to just to take if that's the case. No, I'm not, because if I take, he takes. He's on the rook too. He's got forking ideas. Yeah. All right. So that's not as pretty as I thought it was gonna be. Okay. How do I run this? Let's actually run this way. Now notice if he moves the knight anywhere, I'm going to be able to take the rook with check. So that's the key idea here. And even if he moves this if he moves the bishop, I got to take. Bishop takes, right? I take, right? It's got to be like that. Now you might think, well, wait a minute, hey, why can't he take the pawn? And like I just said, because then I take the rook with check, and he's in all sorts of trouble. He's already in a lot of trouble, but we'll see what happens. All right, so he's defending. He's defending. So now this is not even a threat. So now the question is, do I take now? What else? What else do we got? I don't want to take now. All right, we're going to go with this idea. So I have a queen, bishop, battery. I'm attacking his bishop on c5. Notice he only has one defender, so he's got to do something. He's got to basically take my bishop. I think that's an only move. That's what we call it in chess. It's only move. Teneris, you say you read a ground book of the metaphysics of morals. Okay, yeah. No idea what the name is in English. I think it is. What is it in English? It's something like it's something like that. Something like that. I think it might even be the groundwork for the metaphysics of morals in English. No idea what it is. Oh, it's Perpetual Peace. Perpetual Peace and Other Essays. Yes, I read that. His ethics stuff is fine, right? You got to treat someone as an end in themselves, right? That was his big point, right? Kant's like, hey, make sure you treat others as ends in themselves. Never treat them as means to an end, right? That's like his big deal, right? And I'm totally on board with that, right? I think most people are on board with that notion, right? Wait, hold on, did he move? What am I doing? Okay, I gotta stop fucking around now. This is getting out of hand. All right, let's start moving. Jesus, I'm messing around right now. I got to go after this guy. I got 1 minute and 52 seconds left on my clock. But yeah, that's Kant's big point. His big point is that you never treat others as means to an end, and you always treat them as ends in themselves. And what he means by that is, you don't just use someone. Basically, don't use people. Say, hey, you have intrinsic value. Ooh, that's actually a good move. It's actually a good move. I didn't see that. All right, hold on. Now I'm in trouble a little bit. We're gonna have to do the exchange. We're gonna have to do the exchange here, I think. Oh, a little bit ugly here. Wait, no. Oh no, I don't quite have a winning idea. We gotta do this. We gotta run it this way. That sucks. That really sucks. That blows. All right. But I'm not lost yet. Let's get this pawn rolling. I have minute 16 left. Man, gotta. Okay, this is good. Bam. He hits with check. That's not great. Well, sort of. Okay. Bishop hits the queen. All right. I'm looking at pushing this pawn all the way through, but I have 1 minute and 9 seconds. Yeah, so don't treat be like Kant, what Kant espoused. Don't treat others as means to an end. Treat them as ends in themselves. All right, we got that. Here we go. All right, he's effed. Well, almost. He's almost effed. All right, we got to do. No, I can't do that yet. I got to do this first. Oh man. All right, we'll do this first. Looking at rook over, and then rook here. And then if knight takes, rook takes, forking the queen and the king. And then, okay, so we got this idea now. Probably is try to escape this way, but then I still trap the queen. Okay, it doesn't matter. The queen is the queen trapped? Yeah, queen's trapped. Bam! You forgot about that, man. All right, now he's going to try to just time burn me probably. All right, I got to just go after this guy now, real quick. All right, just going to win this pawn. Let's go right here. Win this pawn next. Pretty soon. Got 2 attackers on it. 31 seconds. It's getting tight. It's getting tight. Pre-move. Oops. Can't move that way, obviously. All right. Come back down. Rook over. Pre-move. 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 Stop him. Pre-move. Pre-move. Bam. Check. He's going to run on moves eventually. Check. Oh, shit, this guy's got stalemate threats. Damn it. I got to come here. All right. So, 9 seconds. All right, I got him. Woo! There we go. 7.9 seconds left. There we go. Oh, man. All right. That was intense. Yeah. Time pressure. Noger time pressure. Tindereo's time pressure, man. When you get under time pressure, that's the thing with chess. When you get under time pressure in chess, anything can happen, man, even if you're up. That's a crazy thing, dude. And I'm sitting here flapping my lips, you know, like some lip flapper. I'm just being a loquacious guy up here on stream, right? All right. Let's see. Yeah, so anyways, that's how it goes. That's what chess is all about. You just wait till the last 7 seconds, and then you beat your opponent. And by the way, something really cool about that. This is really instructive for both of you guys. All right, so there's such a thing as stalemate. I don't know if you guys know what stalemate is, but stalemate's a situation where you're not in check, but you have no legal moves. All right. So, like for instance, right here, he pushed right here, right? All right. So if I had taken, let me go to analysis board. All right, so let's say I had taken, and then he pushed again, and then guess what? I take. We immediately have a stalemate, right? He cannot push any of his pawns because they're blocked in by my pawns, and his king is not in check and cannot move anywhere. So he was going for that stalemate. He was going for that stalemate right there. But I was able to stop that by just lining up the checkmate first, right? And then I could completely disregard this whole threat here because I have a checkmate in one when this rook comes over and his king can't move out of the way. So yeah, that was the idea with that, man. That's the idea. So stalemate is like basically, and it's a draw. So even though I was up, I was totally killing him and up all that material. It would have been a draw. You know, if he was able to like trade off, get rid of those two pawns that he had on the G and H files. So you got to be super careful. Noger, you say Agni just making it close for stream content. Yeah, exactly, dude. I could have beat this guy on move 6, right? But no, this is seriously how it goes, man. Seriously, how it goes. All right, let's do another one. I think I'm feeling it. I got 7 days till the Chicago Open. I gotta make it. We gotta make it exciting. All right, create a game. Let's do it. All right, let's see if this guy's any good. All right, going with this. Okay, so he's doing some weird. I don't know what this opening is. He might be looking to push out. I don't even know this opening. Okay, that's a weird. This is all weirdness to me. But this could be theory. We should actually check this out after the game. There could be theory behind this, but I kind of doubt it. All right. So his idea is he's trying to gain control over E5, which he does have control over. I only have one piece to attack, and he's got 2 pieces controlling it. Right. The question is, do I want to like try to really go in and try to? You know what? I kind of do. I want to get this pushing. I want to get like a ridiculous center in here. Let's see, what do we got here? What's going on here? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. We got Slim dropped out. Okay, welcome in. My name's Agni James. I'm a chess instructor IRL. Also, we do guided meditations, and I have a master's in philosophy, and we do philosophy streams in here. All right. So I'm just taking the center, right? Are you a big chess player, Slim? I don't know what we got going on here, man. I'm prepping for the Chicago Open, though. I'm playing in the Chicago Open in 1 week, so that's what this stream. That's a big part of this stream. All right, so let's just get some normal developing moves in. I'm pretty sure we're kind of out of book. This is like a weird opening. He gave me the center, right? So I just don't know how good this dude is. We'll see though. All right, so I'm looking at bishop out, right? Getting my bishop in line with the queen. We'll see how this goes. We will see. All right. So he's pushing some pawns. Let's just castle. We'll keep it simple. We're going to keep it real simple right here. All right. Let's get the bishop in line with the queen. Push. Notice he can't take. Oh, the pawn was pinned to the queen, man. And there you go. Tactics. Tactics win games. Tactics win games, man. You know, he didn't see the tactic. He did not see the tactic. Hold on. I take here. I was looking at rook over. He doesn't have it because my bishop's there. So I can actually take right here. All right. So he's got a tactic now. All right, I got to be careful. He's pinning the knight, looking to win the knight, right? So it's he's going to have something here. He's going to have something here. All right. So bishop comes over and then the rook comes. Actually, let's defend it. Oh no, he's got it cuz of the pawn push. So I'm sitting here getting all wild-eyed and everything and he's got some stuff. All right. Let's how do I want to defend this? Is there any... Oh, I have this idea. No, I don't. It's still not going to work. It's still not going to work. Well, it will work because if the pawn pushes, my bishop can just take it. Yeah, let's go with... Or is this just better flat out? No. Oh, he left. He left. Well, this guy doesn't want to stick around. Hey, Aristotle, man. Thank you so much for the tip, dude. $10. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, man. How you doing? How's everything going with you? You just pop in, don't say a word, and tip $10 fucking dollars, dude. That's intense, dude. We got the Chicago Open in 1 week, man. Slim dripped out kid. You say you're trying to get better at chess. Well, I'm a chess instructor, dude. So I try to make these instructive, these streams very instructive. I do it IRL. Literally, that's my job. That's how I make a living. So yeah, absolutely. We're all trying to get better. But assuming you're not like a 2,000 rated player, I should be able to help your game a little bit. So yeah, I was winning that position, but because I won the queen, but like I don't know, I still want to look at let's go to the analysis bar. One thing that helps a lot, by the way, is checking out analysis, right? So let's see. Here I should have. The computer says bishop e7, bishop e7. So okay, the computer is literally saying you just drop back and sack. You just let him take, right? And then he takes, right? It's like okay, with check, whatever. I guess he can't take. If he takes, I just take. Hold on a second. He takes. No, he's not going to take. He's going to do this push. That's the push. And then I got to move my king or something, right? What does it want? It wants bishop takes, then rook over, right? That's what we said earlier. Rook over. And then what? King to h8. And he can't get a third attacker. Look, he's got 1, 2. This actually holds. My two defenders actually hold this. All right, interesting. Well, that's kind of cool. That's cool to know. All right, Arist, you said the message said it was for coffee or kombucha or root chakra tickling, whatever your pre-competition ritual. Yeah, dude, thank you, man. It probably will be for like coffee or something. Who knows, man? Super awesome, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be great, man. It's a 3-day tournament, dude. I wish I could stream it, but like. I gotta be focusing on the games, man. If I'm not locked in, if I'm not laser focused, I'm just gonna get smoked, man. But thank you, dude. That was super awesome, and I appreciate you, man. Eris is a philosophy streamer on Twitch. Super awesome, dude. And by the way, Eris, I don't know if you've noticed. I'm sure you have. The beard is growing back out. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. Who's gonna have the longer beard pretty soon? See, I had the longer beard, but then I cut it, and now I'm growing it back out. But I like your beard, though. Your beard is more filled in. Tindereos, you say you got the longest beard of the crew? I want Noger to grow a really long beard, man. I'm still waiting on that. But he does not abide. The Noger does not abide with the really long beard. Typically, philosophers like beards. Noger, you should have a channel point redemption. Or like a donation thing, like if you get like $100 or $200 donation, you have to grow your beard like down to your chest. like $1,000, dude, $1,000, Noger. You should have it there. Eris, you say Noger likes his boyish good looks. Yeah. I mean he does, dude. Noger, you're gonna be like 100 when you're 100. You're gonna look like you're like 35. Noger's gonna be banging 35-year-old chicks when he's 100, man. It's gonna be amazing. Like this guy, that's another thing, man. Philosophers, they have a lot of vitality as they get older. I've noticed. Well, some of them. Some of these analytic philosophers, I don't know, though. I don't know. Eris, we were talking about Kant earlier, man. I was saying that Tinderios brought up Kant. You were saying you read the groundwork for the metaphysics of morals or whatever. Perpetual Peace and other essays or something, and I was saying, Kant's all about treating others as ends in themselves and not as means to an end, right? That's like his big deal with ethics, man. Lumpy says you say you have less vitality, dude. You got to do more philosophy, dude. You got to even go harder, man. If you have less vitality, you got to go harder, dude. That's the only way. It's the only way, dude. That's what has to happen. A big shout out to Lumpy. Noger, let's see. Let's give him a big shout out. Lumpy is a streamer here on Twitch, but he's also more than that. He's a friend of the chat. He's a friend of the chat. And he's a good dude. He's a smart dude. He knows his shit. He also knows his Minecraft. Wait, hold on a second. I can't. Why is my keyboard acting all weird? There we go. You know what? My keyboard acts weird when I plug in this USB. It's like pretty annoying. Like I plug it in and I have to wait 59 minutes before giving Lumpy another shout out. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, because it's already up there. Someone already did it for me. Well, thank you, whoever did it for me. All right. But anyways, yeah, Lumpy's a good dude. Check him out. Check him out. Drop him a follow. You choose boobies. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. I guess that's a legit choice. That is a legit choice. We were talking about Kant here earlier. We were actually doing philosophy on here for once. Like, how fucking crazy is that? Those of you who don't know, like, I actually used to be all about philosophy on my streams. Like, anyone who saw my early streams was like, we're talking about pessimistic meta-induction today. We're talking about blah, blah, blah. I was like, philosophy. I was like the philosophy guy. And then I met like Eris and Noger, and I'm like, oh, everyone else is doing philosophy now. I'm like, okay, well, I'll do something different. I'll do meditation. But we were actually doing some philosophy today, which was kind of cool. It kind of felt good to talk a little bit about philosophy. But at the same time, like, you guys pick up the slack and you do it way better than I do it anyway. So that's how it goes. Noger, you say, dang it, you haven't heard a good talk on meta-induction in a while. I'm a big philosophy of science guy, man, and we could do like a brief overview right now. We could go with that route, or we could talk about it. All right, fine, fuck it. It's Friday night. I got the Chicago Open in a week. Let's do a little philosophy. All right, so okay, scientific realism, scientific anti-realism. What are you? Are you a scientific realist or an anti-realist? Or are you somewhere in between? Whatever the fuck that means, right? It means you haven't decided shit, so get your shit together and decide on one, all right? Now, if you're a scientific realist, you're probably going to be like, dude, science is obviously fucking true, assholes. Like, what are you even questioning? Whether science is real or not, whether it's true or not? It's obviously true. And their main argument is called the no miracles argument. And it basically can be summed up by saying, all right, so here's the situation. Science does all sorts of amazing shit. It has a tremendous amount of predictive power. We can predict shit to 50,000 fucking decimal places, you assholes, scientific anti-realists, right? We can predict the shit to 50,000 decimal places because of science. We can build bridges. We can cure diseases. We can fucking send men to the moon and women. I'm trying to be gender neutral. We can send they to the moon, right? It's fucking a great thing, right? We can do all this shit with it. It has a tremendous amount of predictive power. It has a tremendous amount of utility. And it would be a fucking miracle if it just worked and wasn't true. But miracles don't exist. Therefore, fucking science is true, man. Science, the propositions of science are fucking true propositions. The shit that we come up with, science is true, right? That's basically no miracles in a fucking nutshell for a Twitch audience. That's how we do it in style, right? That's how we do the no miracles in style, right? Okay, and then the anti-realists are like, hey, you're telling me you're seriously gonna come up to me and be like, hey motherfucking Agni, you're gonna come up to me and tell me science is true? Dude, you had this fucking theory X. You had this theory X fucking, 100 years ago, and you're like, oh, this theory X is true, and it has all this predictive power, and it has utility, and it integrates well with the rest of science, and everyone fucking believes this shit, right? And everyone's saying it's true, right? But then guess what? Theory X was supplanted by theory Y. And the reason being because theory Y has more predictive power and integrates better with the rest of science, and has more utility, and it does all the things that theory X could do, but does it much better. Theory Y does it much better. So theory X, no, it turns out you were fucking false. Theory Y is true now, and now we all believe in theory Y. And then it's like, given enough time, it's like, oh, but guess what? Now there's this new theory, theory Z, and we're going to get rid of theory Y, and we're going to supplant it with theory Z, and theory Z has more predictive power and integrates better with science and has more utility. Look at all this shit, dude. We can fucking grow dicks on dogs' heads now because of theory Z, right? We can do all sorts of shit now. So theory Z must be true, right? And so it turns out theory Y and theory X were false. But then the question is, if we keep fucking supplanting our goddamn theories with new theories, how are we justified in holding that our current scientific theories are true? All right? Now, everyone is quick to rush. Now, everyone's quick to rush and be like, well, wait a minute, Agni, wait a minute. But hold on, we're just getting closer to the truth, right? There's a notion called approximate truth, which is totally fucking doesn't even make any sense if you really think about it. There's no such, but realists like to use a notion of approximate truth, and they're like, we're just taking some of the best parts from the foundations of theories, and we're adding to them, But guess what? It's false. It's fucking false. It's not the case. That's not what's happening in the big picture of science. It's not what's happening. What's happening, given enough time, is we're completely fucking scrapping the foundation. We're going to the foundation of that scientific theory, and we're fucking saying, fuck you, Foundation Phlogiston. You are fucking gone. You don't exist. You don't fucking exist. And then we're wiping out the foundations of shit. And then we're fucking supplanting with new foundations. Then we're wiping out the new foundations and supplanting them with new ones. And we just keep doing this. Sure, there are examples, yes, in the short time period of gradual improvements, but given enough time, the foundations are getting fucking knocked out. So if we just keep replacing the foundations of a new theory with another new theory with a different foundation and another new theory with a different foundation, then we're just playing the game of everyone agreeing that this certain theory is in vogue, and it seems like it makes sense. And so, let's fucking all say it's true. But it's not fucking true. It's not capital T truth. It's not capital fucking T truth. It has utility, sure. And I'm not saying science is bad. That's a totally different argument. Science is fucking amazing. I fucking have an undergraduate degrees in molecular bio and psychology. I love this shit. It's useful. It enables us to fucking, grow lots of hair and put dicks all everywhere and do all sorts of cool shit, right? I could probably grow a dick on my arm right now if I wanted, right? Because of science. But that's not the debate. The debate is whether it is true, whether we're justified in holding that our current scientific theories are true. All right? Scientific realists, man, you guys are on shaky fucking ground. Sure, you got no miracles. You got some other shit to support your fucking your thesis that the shit you're actually doing is true. But I don't see any justification. I don't see any strong justification for holding that your fucking science is that the theories of your science are actually true. All right, Lumpy, what are we saying? Sorry, by the way, I just fucking went off on a tangent and didn't even check in on chat. Tindereos or Noger, you said dogs now have dicks on their heads, therefore your theories fall. Yeah, right, man. There's that argument too, and that's the one argument that kind of is kind of a knockdown argument for what I do. By the way, we're still in the chess category, so we got a bunch of people from chess wandering in here, wondering what the fuck is going on. I didn't even put, and it's they're like, wait, this is supposed to be chess or guided meditation? What the hell is even going on here? Tindereos, you say, what if there is no truth? I think there absolutely has to be truth. It seems like I mean, no, now whether or not we have access to it and will ever be able to know it is a totally different question. I think it just seems just like fucking common sense. How could there not be some objective truth somewhere? We might be cognitively close to it. We might not ever be able to know it, right? But I mean, somewhere there's got to be some fucking group of propositions that hold, right? To me at least, that's what it seems like. A big guy who wrote against us understanding truth and coming to the awareness of it was Colin McGinn. He also was involved in a sex scandal. He believes in cognitive closure. He believes that there's no way that that's to do the mind body problem. But you could take those closure arguments and use them for the other things. All right, let's get back to Lumpy. Lumpy, you said I'll give you a starting point. You work for a company whose sole purpose is to build new molecules for big pharmas. We are scientists, yet you almost had to scold an employee who wanted to explore more deeply, but you stopped him because we needed to get producing. On the first level, it might look like a sad situation, but your production imperatives are all to speed up cure discovery. The harsh truth is that no one cares about the details of science. What matters is to cure. Exactly. Utility. Science is all about not all about utility. Scientists, if we could just do whatever, we just fucking go around and solve puzzles all day too. We would love to explore shit more deeply, right? There's a lot of puzzle solving in science, right? There's a lot of, cool, interesting phenomenon to explore, but you need funding and you need to cure diseases and those are like super important things, right? We got to cure diseases, right? Or otherwise we all die. So it's like, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. The harsh truth is to cure people, right? And that's it. But philosophers like to toy with the question of whether the propositions in science are true or not. That's the whole anti-realist realist deal. Noger, you're an anti-realist, and so is Tindereos. All right, you guys are in the same group as me, man. I don't think that the scientific realists really have their shit together. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of cool shit, and there's a lot of utility with science, and I love it to death. But I mean, it doesn't mean it's true, And now here's the other thing: if you go around to lay folk and you just talk to people on the street, people are like, "Wait a minute, you're one of those anti-science guys." You're one of those anti-science guys, I am not saying that. I have to say that over and over and over. And I think that's why I think that's literally the reason why I've had to take a break from philosophy, because everyone fucking thinks I'm anti-science because they don't fucking listen to what I'm saying. It's really fucking annoying, when you're trying to just talk to the guy in the street about the differences between scientific realism and scientific anti-realism, and they think you're anti-science. No, science is fucking the shit. It's the shit. It's amazing, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of energetic tonight. I am. I'm a little bit energetic, dude. I don't know why. I think it's because the Chicago Open is 1 week away. I've been training for the last 2 months, man. It's 1 week away. I can taste it, dude. 7-round tournament, 7 rounds. It's gonna be. I'm gonna be with the big boys, playing at not just playing anonymous games on Elite Chess, right? All right, Eris, you say you're a pragmatic realist. Objectivity is what works, and that's as good as we can get. There's no big O objectivity or big T truth, just stuff that works or doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, you can go the pragmatist route, and I like that. I like that notion. I mean, that's like if someone comes to me and says that's their viewpoint, I'm gonna say that's fucking great, man. That's fucking great, dude. I think that's like a perfectly legit view, right? Yeah, if objectivity is what works, right? Now, but that is still different, though. That is still different than the notion of scientific realism, right? But you say there's no big O objectivity or big T truth. But hold on. So let's say human beings didn't exist. If human beings didn't exist, you still think from the whatever that God's eye perspective is, there's no truth, and maybe even if God doesn't exist, from whatever that ultimate perspective is, I still feel like there's got to be a set of propositions that hold. I don't know, maybe I'm fucked up, maybe I'm wrong with that, but maybe all right. Let's see, Tinderos, you said, what do you think about Nietzsche's perspectivism, that there is no truth and it's just a perspective of view? I mean, yeah, you can go that route, right? I'm not a Nietzsche scholar by any means. I haven't read a ton of Nietzsche. I was trained in an analytic philosophy tradition where Nietzsche, guys like Nietzsche and Camus and all the fucking French existentialists were not even considered real philosophers in the program that I went to. Literally the department head said in my fucking first order predicate calculus class. He's like, and by the way, yeah, French philosophers. There was only one real French philosopher, and that's Descartes. He said, every other French philosopher, he said they're not even doing philosophy. Like that was the stance. That was the stance that they took in my program. It's pretty crazy, right? And you talk to other people, other philosophers about that, and they're like, damn, that's a strong stance, man. But no, we were hardcore analytic, man. It was, a lot of 20th century analytic philosophy was done. Existentialism wasn't even that. You couldn't even fucking say that word. You'd be fucking thrown out of the program here. But yeah, that's how it was. That's how it was. All right. Let's see. Tinderos, you read everything from Nietzsche and the nonfiction books by Camus. Yeah, I've done my own. I've had to do all my own reading of continental philosophy because I got no help from it from my from the program that I went to in grad school. But it was fine. It was fine. I don't need to be like an expert on Nietzsche or anything like that. But that's just how it goes, right? So sometimes we come to understand certain things, and we only have a finite amount of time that you can spend, right? One of my problems is I like too many things, right? So I want to be a fucking, chess grandmaster. Never going to happen, but I want to be a chess grandmaster. I want to be a fucking, I wanted to be a college philosophy professor for a while. That's not going to happen because then I'd have to give up too much else. I wanted to fucking be a really intense yogi. I've all been able to do all these things to a certain extent, but you can't be the best at everything, which fucking pisses me off. If I could, I would be the best at every fucking thing. I think that would be a pretty cool position to be in. It's like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm the best at everything. Well, what do you mean everything? Yeah, every single thing. But then if you were the best at everything, you'd have to be the best at not being the best, right? And things, and that would be weird, right? I don't know. That would create some problems. Lumpy, you say, if there are immutable truths in the universe, that'd be kind of sad because in truth, a psychic would set hard, a physic would set hard limits we could never get around. Therefore. Let's see. If there are immutable truths in the universe, that'd be kind of sad. I don't know, man. A physics would set hard limits. Limits we could never get around. But what if the material? There could be they could be non-material. They could be non-material truths, right? So it sounds like you're coming from like a materialist standpoint, right? Where you're basically you're saying like you're going into like physics, and there's going to be these limits in physics, right? It could be that we're just all one mind, we're all one consciousness, and like we're just we're making shit up, but that's like the objective truth, right? It could be like that, right? I don't know, whether or not you're a physicalist or a materialist in that sense is gonna hinge on that. Eris, you say, serious question. If you could become an immortal, would you? Are you talking like a Highlander immortal, or are you talking like a Godhead immortal? Like what kind of a immortal? Let's assume you could commit suicide if you wanted to die, but that's the only death possible. If I could become an immortal, it seems like that would be a pretty good thing, right? Bernard Williams thinks this would make life unbearable. All our desires would be either satisfied, so become boring, get frustrated, or completely change, and so change our personalities fundamentally. Hell, you know what? Williams doesn't know everything. He's a brilliant dude, but he doesn't know fucking everything. And then he said, others think that's way too harsh of an assessment. Yeah, right. Yeah, these are all good questions. This is what you excel. This is what you excel at doing on your streams, Eris, man. Just talking about everything, dude. I just like to fucking talk about goddamn chess and fucking whatever. Okay, Tinderos, you say well maybe try it. What try being immortal? Maybe we are immortal. Maybe that's the fucking rub, right? Maybe we are immortal, and it's just nonsense to think that we aren't. How did we get sidetracked into philosophy? We were not supposed to be doing philosophy tonight. You know what? This is what happens when a bunch of philosophers enter my stream. When a bunch of fucking philosophers enter my stream, we get away from the real thing, which is I got the Chicago Open in 7 days. I got the Chicago Open. All right, I gotta fucking play one more game, man. I gotta get another game in. This is my training, dude. This is my training. But feel free. We'll do more philosophy. Keep talking philosophy. I'll hop back in when I get back. All right. So let's fucking do this. I'm 3-0 today. I am pretty pumped up today, by the way. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so fucking pumped up. Why am I pumped up? Eris, why am I pumped up? Noger, why am I pumped up today? All right, what am I even doing here? Oh yeah, we're playing chess. I completely fucking forgot. All right, I'm a D4 guy. Here we go. All right, so he's doing one of these openings. Oh, he's going in for the England Gambit. The England Gambit. All right. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's going to try to be real sneaky. This guy is going to be sneaky McGee. Watch this. Watch this. We got Queen B4 coming. Oh, okay. He's going in for this. He's going for this first. He's trying to dislodge my bishop. He really wants my bishop off this file. Or this diagonal, so he can do his nice little stupid fucking trick that gives him a lot of cheap victories. Am I going to allow that? No. Fuck you, man. But hold on. Yeah, I think we just take like this. All right. Hold on. This is a little different. I'm being a little cocky, so I should actually explore this. I take. He can't take with a knight. His queen's under fire, right? So we're just doing it. We're doing it. Now, did I miss something here? I hope I didn't miss something, because I would look really fucking stupid if I'm up here he's going for this shit. So there's a stupid fucking trap right here, checking the king, right? Hitting this pawn, but then I just retreat the bishop here. If you bring the knight out, you're fucked, basically. That's the idea with this. So this guy, I think this guy botched his trick. This guy botched his trick opening. He went for the England Gambit and he botched his fucking trick opening, dude. If you're gonna play a trick opening against me, at least have the courtesy to get it right. He just really wants me to get my bishop off that fucking diagonal, dude. It's dude, fuck this guy. I can't. I'm pissed, man. I'm pissed. He's botching his trick opening. Dude, you have the trick opening. You have the trick opening, man. What are you doing, dude? All right. This whole situation's getting out of control. It's getting out of control real quick. He might have something else though. He might have something else. But I just don't want to fucking end up looking real fucking dumb here by talking smack and then fucking losing on top of that. That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst thing. That's why I don't talk shit typically in games, right? The worst thing is when you talk shit and you lose. All right, he's going after my bishop. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna say fuck you, man. Bishop's coming right back here, and if you're gonna go in for the so I got this or this. I got these two squares for my bishop. No, we're not even fucking around. I'm not giving this guy anything. I'm up 2 pawns. I'm not giving this guy the time of fucking day. Wait, hold on. Actually, no, I have a better idea. Wait, knight here. Look at this. So this knight is pinned to the queen, right? So I have a cool tactical idea. If he takes my knight, I win his queen. And if he can't throw the check in, because then I take. Yeah, this is a good tactic. This is a good tactical shot right here. He can't take, right? Because then I get the queen. He can't take here, because then I get the queen. Let's see how he handles this shit. Let's see how this guy handles this stuff. What's he gonna do? All right, let's get back to chat. By the way, I'm missing stuff in chat. How are you guys all doing? All right, where are we at? Lumpy, man, Lumpy. You say a poisonous hallmark of our generation. Be whatever, but be the best at it. This frames life in a competitive way that anything but being better than your peers is a failure. A couple years ago, an Olympic athlete, silver medal in biking, and she was doing grad biochem studies at Stanford. She missed one grant. It's fucking crazy, man. I have that disease too, though. That fucking try to be the best at everything, dude. It's not good. It's not good, man. I had that same fucking illness. I'm like fucking Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. Here's a cool story about Dave Mustaine. So, you know, if you go up to him on the street now and you ask him, by the way, this guy just blundered his queen. Oops. Check it out. Do you guys all see that? I'm gonna win his queen now. Look at this beautiful fork. Bam. Hit fork in the king and the queen. Now he's gonna resign most likely. Dave Mustaine, you know, he used to be in Metallica. And his whole fucking goal in life was to be better than Metallica. He wanted Megadeth to be better than Metallica. So if you ask him to this day, hey, you know, was your career a success? He's gonna say no, it was a fucking dismal failure because he was never better than Metallica. Isn't that crazy? It's like all the success he had with Megadeth, and he still thinks his whole fucking career was a goddamn failure. It's like that shit like that blows my mind. But I have that disease too, Lumpy, man. It's a rough one, man. I feel like I want to be the best at everything, and it just it really causes issues. Your English is fading at this late hour, but your charm is not. Eris, you're right, man. You're right. His Lumpy's charm does not fade. It does not fade. All right, so let's see. Is this guy going to leave? I think he's just going to run down the clock a little bit and then leave. All right, so this guy's really weak. This guy's really weak apparently, and he's like, oh, okay, I'm going to run down the clock a little, and then like make you sit there, and then I'll leave, right? That's his fucking plan, right? That's his plan. That's his big brain plan right now. He's going to run down the clock a little bit and then leave. So like it's like okay, he doesn't know though that I'm actually streaming and I'm doing something productive and we're talking philosophy and doing good shit. And he's sitting here like thinking he's getting me good by fucking running my clock, by running his own clock down, right? And like he's like, oh yeah, haha, I got him good. I made him sit there and wait for a little while, for a couple minutes. Haha, haha. That Agony James, my opponent on Anonymous Lee Chess, it doesn't even affect the rating at all. And haha, I got him good. Like, who are these fucking people that do this? Like, doesn't he have a life? Doesn't he want to like play another game? Why doesn't he just fucking go play another game, right? Oh man, Tinder Eos, man. You saying, oh wow, you don't give a fuck about something like that? Yeah, I do. I have that disease, man. I care about trying to be the best at shit. It's a bad fucking problem. I was at games night. This is so stupid, dude. I was at games night. I was playing a game called Isle of Cats. This is the most ridiculous thing. I'm at games night Wednesday night with a bunch of friends, right? We're fucking playing a game called Isle of Cats. I don't know if any of you are tabletop guys or girls out there. And I fucking blundered on my last move, and it cost me 15 points, and I ended up getting second place. My friend Julie beat me out of first place because she fucking didn't because I blundered on my last move, and I lost 15 points because of it, and I was fucking pissed. I was pissed. I was like, I was like fine, but I was like literally thinking about it. Like as I'm on the drive home after the game, I was like, fuck, why did I fucking blunder that shit? It was literally called Isle of Cats. Like, what the fuck am I doing here, Like, it was so absurd. I was like letting it like piss me off. Dude, this guy is really milking the clock, man. What's his big brain idea? His big brain idea is to fucking wait until Lichess says, hey, your opponent has abandoned the game. It should do it quicker, though. That's the thing, though. Lichess should have an algorithm built in such that it does it a little bit quicker, but normally it does, but I guess because it's still early in the game, it's not as quick as it's going to be. But I'm going to give him the loss. I'm not going to fucking just like let him get the win. Okay, but anyways, Tinderos, you say you just dislike society or something like that. It doesn't matter at all. I know, man. I know. I hate it too. I hate that I have that notion in my head, man. That wanting to be the best at shit. It's always crazy, man. It's always crazy. But here's the thing, though. But then there's that notion, right? And then some people say it's a good thing to have, right? Because then if you like get really good, and then maybe you'll like finish like in the top like 10,000, right? Maybe I'll be in the top 10,000 chess players, I was able to get to the 96.6 percentile in chess, and that's pretty good. And if I wasn't trying to become the best, I don't know if I would have been able to do that, to be honest. Maybe I would have settled for just being in the top, like, being in the 90th percentile, right? So like, I don't know. I mean, there's something to be said about, but yeah, when you take it too seriously, like that person that Olympic athlete that committed suicide, man, that's intense. That's super crazy, man. That's wild. All right, Tinderos, you say on a festival, you and two others caught an Iron Maiden drumstick. Nice. At the same time, your idea was to cut it into 3 pieces and everyone gets a chunk. They disagreed, and you got it for yourself in the end. Well, there you go. You were gonna be generous, right? You were gonna be generous and say, yeah, hey, let's just chop it off, and then we can all share, man. We can all have a bit of it. They were not about it, and what did you have to fight them? How'd you get it for yourself in the end, anyway, man? That's kind of, yeah, I love. That's like one of the cool things about going to a rock show, man. You go see a metal band perform, and maybe you can get a drumstick, right? Like, we're like a pick or something, right? It's always kind of cool, right? It's just like a neat like little excuse me. It's like a neat little like extra thing they throw in there, right? Lumpy say they threw a chicken in the audience. Oh, nice. No, you know what though? Some bands are pretty crazy with the shit they'll throw in the audience, right? Look at Gigi Allen, right? All right, so now we're at this point. This 2 minutes and 42 seconds. I'm interested to see if this guy's going to literally let his entire clock run down. This is kind of interesting. Let's see. What do you think? Let's do a poll. I kind of want to do a poll. Well, no, I can't. I don't want to do a poll. That's kind of a waste. Rammstein threw a keyboard in the audience. No, were they allowed to keep it? Whoever got the keyboard, like, were you allowed to keep that keyboard? I know. I mean, like Trent, and I've seen Trent perform like 11 times. Nine Inch Nails is my favorite band, and I've seen like shit go flying off, and I always wonder like if when he trashes the stage, if something goes flying off in the stage, like if you're allowed to keep it, right? Like what if you fucking snagged like Trent's mic? Like, what if it like went flying off on the stage? Could you just like put it under your shirt and fucking take off? They've been fighting about it. Oh, about the drumstick? Oh, or about the Rammstein keyboard? Yeah, I don't know, man. People are intense with the shit they do and the shit they fight about. All right. Oh, the keyboard. Yeah, I mean, what do you do? It's like if you go to a baseball game and you catch a fucking ball, obviously you get to keep it. But at the NBA, if you get the fucking basketball, if the fucking basketball lands on your fucking lap, you're not going to get to keep that, right? Every venue's got different rules and there's different shit. But like, what if like a cymbal broke, and you got like a part of the cymbal or something like that, right? That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty fucking neat. All right, so this guy's looks like he's in for the long haul. 1 minute and 15 seconds. He's gonna wait, but this is good because it gives me time. It gives me 1 minute and 15 seconds more to communicate with everyone before we do a guided meditation. I'm excited. We're gonna get a guided meditation in, and then we'll go from there tonight. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm at 488 followers, which is kind of cool. That's supposedly streamers are supposed to do something when they get to 500 followers. So I'm at 488. So maybe I'll do something when I get to 500. If anyone has any recommendations, let me know. I was thinking of doing a hot tub stream, but I don't have a hot tub. Let's see. Wait, I think he left. Did he leave? Hold on. Let me check it out. Oh no, for some reason. There it goes. 29 seconds. He's got 26 seconds. What's his big brain move going to be? Here, I'll even pre-move. I'll pre-move it. And sometimes these guys come back with like 5 seconds on their clock just to see what happens and make a move. It'll be interesting. Oh, Noger, you say, speaking of mics, you went to an estate sale and there was a box of mics for $5? Dude, there was a box of mics for $5? Cardioid, a.k.a., two cardioid. I'm butchering this. I don't know anything about mics. Cardioid mics were worth at least $80 each. That's incredible. AKG cardioid, is that? I don't know what that is. But I'm assuming they're types of mics. Dude, that's incredible, man. Fuck yeah, dude. People. That's the thing, dude. Musicians are. You never know what's gonna happen with musicians. Sometimes they're just like, hey, let's just like get rid of all our shit and fucking become accountants, right? And they like throw out all their shit, and then then you're like, hey, this is great. I can buy all their shit for cheap. Okay, the dude finally left. All right. He's like finally like, okay, I've had enough. He didn't leave. His clock ran out, right? But yeah, so that very classy. So not only does this guy comes in to do a cheap trick against me, he botches the fucking cheap England gambit trick, right? He botches his own fucking trick and then gets his queen forked and then lets his time run out on his clock. That's like literally the class of this guy, right? That's how some guys are. Or girls, but I say guys because usually guys have that kind of behavior, and 90 something high percentage of chess players are guys anyway, which is kind of sad. One cool thing that happened with the Queen's Gambit when that show came out, all of a sudden I started having a huge influx of girls into my chess classes. That was actually one of the coolest things that happened, man. When that happened, I was pretty pumped. I was pretty pumped. All of a sudden I had all these like little girls that wanted to learn chess, and I still have more girls that in my chess classes now, which is pretty cool. So that's So yes, good job, Queen's Gambit people. I'm glad you made that. Let's go back to the fitness and health category. We're gonna leave the chess category. Okay, bam, we're in here. And yeah, we're gonna do some fucking meditation. So I always come out here. I'm full of energy, full of life, full of intensity, right? I'm ready to fucking play chess, ready to talk philosophy, ready to do some chakra motherfucking balancing. Get those chakras balanced, right? Get your readings from the Tao Te Ching in, right? Do some fucking Grimm's fairy tales, right? You know, we get the shit Grimm. Get the Brothers Grimm, represent the Brothers Grimm, right? We do all this shit, right? We do all sorts of exciting, intense stuff, right? And then we slow things down and go within to the place of peace and love in our hearts. So find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the floor in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged. Or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. I have an Amitabha Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath counts. So take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, slowly lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together and merge into one. And one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being and exist for a while in conscious awareness before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Stay true to your breath counts. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And return your awareness to your breathing. Your essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the inner light within them. And they will shine their lights on all whom they encounter. helping others remember their own internal light as well. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which obscures your third eyesight. Stay focused on your breathing. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from this location. And the warmth which surrounds it. Experience the perfect peace residing here. And the joy which accompanies it. In this place, you exist in a state of perfect monism. In this place, all is one. Travel deep into this oneness. Exploring any sensations you may feel. going deep into this place of no separation. Allowing yourself to be enveloped by perfect love. Going down deep to your center point. The centermost nexus of your being. Traveling deep in this place. When you're ready, go on through. I'll see you on the other side. Here, at your center points, you recall your true identity. At your center, you remember how you came to be. Here, at your center point, you remember your divine purpose. To spread love and light to all of those whom you encounter. Bask in the glory of this center point. And embrace your divinity. join me in this center point. So we may all be one together. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all anxiety from your being. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your days. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing this sacred space with me. I am honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I hope you each got something out of this meditation, whether it's peace and joy, whether it's being more centered and grounded, or maybe you feel more loving and kind and compassionate after the meditation. Whatever it is, I hope you're able to take it with you out into the external world and share it with all of those whom you encounter. Namaste. All right. How was that meditation for everyone? I hope that was good. It was a 25-minute meditation, which is a little shorter than usual. Noger, excellent, man. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, that was a little bit of a more shorter, more concise, straight to the point meditation. Just kind of got in and did some meditation, and I'm a lot more chilled than I was prior to the meditation. I'll tell you that much. All right. I think we're gonna wind things down at this point. I'm feeling a little bit hungry. I haven't eaten my dinner yet. It's always a thing, right? We're supposed to eat as human beings. I have a T-bone steak, leftover T-bone steak in the fridge. And I have 2 leftover T-bone steaks because I cooked 3 yesterday and I only ate 1. And I'm going to eat either 1 or 2 right now because I'm hungry, and I'm going to eat a salad because I'm not a total troglodyte. Okay, so here's the raid call. If you're a subscriber, copy and paste. If not, no worries. Let's see who's out there in the Twitch universe. Who are we going to raid? Oh, yeah. Spirit Music is streaming. I love supporting musicians and the artists. That's one thing about me. I love supporting them. So we're going to raid Spirit. He's a good dude. Just a kind human being, and he's a great musician, talented musician. Once again, thank you all so much for sharing this space with me. It was cool that we were unable to raid spirit at this time. Wait a minute. Hold on. Actually, there's something I got to do first. Got to do this. What do you mean we're unable to raid spirit at this time? He has the shorter raid signs, but let me see something. Let me try that again. That doesn't make any sense. We are unable to raid spirit music at this time. Some people, but yeah, Nogre, he's never had his raids disabled before. This is weird. Like, I've been raiding this guy for years. I don't know what's going on. Dude, turn your raids on, man. Maybe he got like a bunch of bad raids or something from people who were trolling or something. Okay, well, change of plans, because I can't raid him. We're going to raid someone else. Who's out there? Ruby True is out there. But she's doing a rerun. Oh, Soma Green. I haven't raided her in a long time. Unless, Nover, do you have a recommendation? If you know a musician or artist or philosopher who's streaming, I would gladly go with them. Otherwise, we're going to go with Soma Green. Soma's cool. She does like some meditations sometimes, and she does some like tarot. But then, she does a lot of just chatting. She does absurdist humor, which is kind of funny too. And then she does some gaming too. She's a variety streamer. She's a good person. So we'll just rate her. All right. Anyways, yeah, thank you all so much. No one that needs a rate. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Noga, was good hanging with you, man. Aristotle, thank you so much for that $10 donation. Much appreciated. I love you all. Namaste.